Next game up, Harbor Humans versus YMM. Harbor Humans is coming off of a win. They beat the Raiders to get their first win of the year. They go to 1-4. And they face a YMM team that just lost some 99 problems that right now they're sitting at 3-2 now. I like this Harbor Humans team. This is the first week that all their guys actually show up together at the same time, which is why I think they won that game on the other side versus LES. Well, versus the Raiders. I like this team. I think Harbor Humans could be the big sleeper team in UFL.
I think that in the least, that team is a dangerous team to face in the playoffs because they can score against any team. They've showed it throughout the season, and at any given moment, they can outperform you on offense. And sometimes that's all you need to come away with a win in a playoff game. So this team has a lot of weapons. They have a quarterback that's efficient downfield. So that's a scary matchup when you're in the playoffs with a team that doesn't really have much to lose because they've been struggling throughout the season to come away with wins they may pick up in the playoffs.
And YMM has to throw that last game out. They're attempting to stay not too many games behind IOD because they're all battling for the #1 seed because the first team with the best record in the East gets a bye. So at the end of the day, they got to throw that game out. They know they're missing several players. Jeremy serving his second suspension game. He'll be back next week off of suspension. So at the end of the day, this is a game that they must have. They don't want to fall further back and have to face a top team in the first round of the playoffs. So we're going to jump right into the game. Corey, a blocker from G, runs for a decent game, getting into the first down. Then Corey throws to Wesley in the sideline for a decent game, getting him to the 15. Second down, Corey with a screen pass to Brandon with good blocking, runs on the sideline into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0, YMM.
And this is one thing that they get caught Harbor Humans on. They've never faced a team that relies on screen passes like this. So I think that they got caught sleeping. They've been looking to defend receivers, but they're not ready for blocking on the sideline, and that's why Brandon was able to run for the end zone for the touchdown.
Second down, Chris on 4 rush, goes deep to C2. Chris, the other Chris, one-on-one with Brandon, caught in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. James gets the extra point. 7-6, Harbor Humans. This is a great throw by Chris, the quarterback. And I love my man C2. He is the most dangerous downfield receiver in this game. That's what I say. Because his ability to run his route is great. This is the most dangerous downfield team in the league. Chris finds Chris like they did last season. Brandon's not a defender. Brandon cannot stay with him. Brandon gave up the touchdown. Brandon got beat. 7-6, Harbor Humans.
And in my opinion, the way this ball was thrown, it didn't matter what Brandon did. He was there, he was, not too far behind. But because Chris was able to throw such an accurate throw, you might as well say that Brandon was not even there in the first place. That's a way for you to connect with your receiver, Chris. Something that they've been doing at the beginning of the season. Now they're picking up on that right now.
Corey with 3 passes to Brandon for a nice game, getting into the 50. After getting the first down, Corey throws to Wesley in the gap, who gets two defenders on the side into the end zone. Sully gets a 2-point conversion, 14-7. YMM.
This is the way, and look at this play here. Corey, first of all, throws an accurate throw with 2 defenders there where Wesley gets it, and then Wesley, right as he gets it, gets past these 2 defenders. They weren't able to react in time, and Wesley has the sideline all the way into the end zone for the score. That's a great way for you to connect and give your receiver the opportunity to make a play.
And right now, this is Wesley's best season playing. I've never seen him play as great as he's playing now. He did years ago. But right now, he's going back to the level he was years ago when he made an all-star team, and he's playing at that level. Teams are in trouble. 14-7, YMM. Second down, Chris gets blitzed by Gaka. Chris rolls right, but is sacked by Fam. Great sack by Fam, showing the ability to make plays at the given position, helping YMM defense out. Great play there. After getting a short pass for the first down, Chris throws deep to Sean in the gap, gets past Josh, into the end zone for the touchdown. 14-13, YMM up on 1. But Harbor Humans creeping back in the game.
And this is where you miss certain guys that's normally in these positions. I give it to Josh. He's a physical corner, but he's not one of the fastest corners that you have on his team. Because of that, Sean, who has been playing very well this season, This man can get through a lot of different defenders. He shot Josh on the sideline, and Chris, you know that he's not going to miss a throw like that.
After getting the first down, Corey throws Slutty in the gap for a decent game. Then Corey, with blocking from G, runs in the gap for a decent game. Second down, Corey throws it up to Slutty, one-on-one with Mike. Caught in the corner of the end zone, for a touchdown. Wesley gets a 2-point conversion, 22-13. The question was, did he get both feet down?
And these plays, because there's no physical line on the sideline on this side, it's hard to really say if he got his foot in bounds. It looks like he just does because of the position of the cone. They argue it, but regardless of what, it's called a touchdown. One thing I gotta say is this was a great catch by Slutty. This is definitely another You Got Moss play. Because it's called in bounds, it counts. And the thing about it is, right after the play, you see him rocking the baby. Rocking the baby. He said that this is a baby. He catches it over him. That is a great catch, though.
First of all, let's start it off with the...
You got Moss.
Definitely was. He got Moss. But what I like about this play is, let's zoom in. Look at Slutty going up for the ball. As he catches it, first they want to say bobble. Look at the ball in his left hand. The ball's never moved. Look at him coming down to the ground. Ball doesn't move. He hits the ground. Ball doesn't move. That's a great catch by Slutty. But then look at his feet. He's coming down, gets the one down, and if you look at the second, just taps it down. Now they wanted to say he's out of bounds. At the end of the day, it looked like he was in. Great play by them. Great play by Slutty. And great play by Corey to go after Mike. Mike can't guard Slutty. And Slutty can jump out the gym. Great play by Corey. This kid, Slutty, next level type player. 22-13, YMM. After getting the first down, Chris on third down throws to Jaquan on the sideline. Nice game, getting him near the 10-yard line. I like this kid. Jaquan has speed, and what I love about him, he's finally showing up. They got him here to make big plays. He's usually making plays defensively, but this is a great play for him offensively. Last play before I have, Chris off for a rush, throws to Sean in the front of the end zone, high, incomplete, taking us into the half, 22-13.
And one thing I got to say of Horrible Humans, they had an opportunity to, pick it up. They weren't able to catch up. But one thing that they always going to have issues with, regardless of how well they play on offense, their defense suffers every single game. That is their Achilles heel. That is what they struggle with. And because of that, that's why they always playing the catch-up game leading towards the end. So they have to find a way to make some defensive stops, either pressure the quarterback. The only person I see doing that this season for their team is Cap, their ball giver, who's also their blocker.
And he's neutralized right now because of the blocking of
G. So when you can't have the ball giver provide pressure, it's all she wrote for their team, and their secondary cannot hold up. So they have to find a way to pressure the quarterback, regardless of who they are. Otherwise, they're going to be playing catch-up games like this.
Wyman had the ball 3 times in the first half. They scored 3 times. I love that. The problem is they gave up 2 touchdowns. 2 of 3 was Horrible Humans, a great offensive team. This team misses. Call them what you want. They miss Jeremy. They miss Jeremy because the Horrible Humans were able to do what? Throw 2 bombs. Not happening in Jeremy's hand. They miss Ice, lockdown corner. They miss Santana, another free safety. This team is in trouble because Horrible Humans are a lower team. Once the higher teams see what YMM lacks in, which is into being able to stop the big play, they're in trouble. They need those 3 defenders back because this is only a tip of the iceberg of the problems they can go through. We're going to jump into the second half. After getting the first down, Chris with blocking, throws to Jaquan, cutting in the gap for a nice game. Third down, Chris on for us, throws to Sean in the middle to get him to the 3-yard line. 4th and goal, Chris finds my man C2 in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. You look here, Slutty's watching the quarterback. They get the 2-point conversion, 22-20. Horrible Humans are back in the game.
And the thing about this play, if you look, Slutty is with Chris, but as he's running, following him, he slows down to watch what Chris, the quarterback, is doing. And because of that, he misses where C2 is at. By the time he's able to react, it's too late, and Chris finds him in the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
My man C2, this guy's over 40. That's 40. I think in his 40s. And he's doing things I haven't seen 20-year-olds do. He is still dangerous. Imagine this dude in his prime. Wow. We're going to jump right back. Corey throws a cock on the sideline, who pitches to Wesley, almost caught by Mike. After getting the first down, Corey's blitzed by man, who pitches to G, who pitches to Brown in the middle, caught by Mike. Horrible Humans ball, practically a fumble, giving it back. Great play by Horrible Humans. Bonehead University right here by YMM, trying to create something. When you score 3 times in the first half easily, give the team the Bonehead University music, because this is a terrible play.
And if you look at this play prior to this, in the very same drive, it kind of alludes to something bad coming, because if you look, you see Kaka with a pass to the sideline. He tries to pitch it to Wesley, and Mike almost gets it on this play. So right then and there, you should know, okay, this is not a good idea. But they do it anyway. G gets the pitch from Corey, and then tries to pitch it back. Mike is ready for it because he missed it in the last play, and he's able to get it for his team in the next play, putting his offense back on the field.
After getting the first down, Chris stole the shot of the guy for a nice game, getting to the 15-yard line. Third down, Chris is blitzed by Buto, who's picked up by James. Chris fakes, catching Fem, and throws to Jaquan in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, 26-22. Horrible Humans take the lead.
And one thing I could say about Chris is he is very skilled in the pocket and rolling back and forth. Because he's able to run, defenders are going to respect that and hesitate as they come towards him. And because of that, Chris is able to fake here. By the time Fam is able to react, it's too late, and he gets the pass down to Jaquan in the end zone for the touchdown.
On the kickoff, Wesley drops the onside, but Brandon just saves the ball. Oh, that would end the game right there. Big play by Brandon. Corey will block it from G, but it's still sacked by Cap. Cap finally gets his first sack of the game. I like this guy. He should be at the all-star team. He's one of the best givers in the league so far this year.
And he's been consistent throughout up until this game. G is probably one of the hardest blockers to get through right now, and because of that, he struggled. But I like his effort. He's still able to go after Corey regardless of where he's at, and he's able to get this big sack here.
Corey on 4 rush throws the Kaka open the gap, who runs for a nice gain, picking up the first down. If you look here, Manny steps up, leaving them open. Corey is Drew Brees. He's going to kill you with anybody. Kaka going from a role player to possibly a main player in this offense. We've seen him get downfield a few times this season, and Corey's going to find it. If you get open, Corey's going to find you. Big play by Kaka there. Second down, Corey with blocking from G. Runs in the middle, following G, all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. 26-28, Wyman.
And this goes back into the screenplay that they threw with Brandon on the sideline. The Horrible Humans is so worried about the secondary and following these receivers that G just becomes the lead blocker, and on 4 rush, he's able to Corey's able to follow him all the way to the end zone. This was a huge run. All it took was one defender stepping up and making one small tag, and this would have been a different drive altogether. But because he's able to run all the way into the end zone, nobody's able to stop him for the big touchdown there.
And if you look at this play, Slutty goes upstairs, up the ladder, over Psycho, for the 2-point conversion, 30-26, and you gotta say it with me.
You got him all.
All right, Randy Moss, sorry Psycho, rock the baby, whatever you want to call it. Go up the ladder, dunk the basketball, Slutty Moss them.
But I mean, you might as well call it rock the baby, at least for Slutty, because that's what he's been doing. And you see him as he comes down, rocking a baby, another baby that he's rocking. Listen, Psycho gives him props, because there's not much you can do against a receiver that's as tall as he is that can jump out the gym. Shout out to Psycho for the effort, but other players have gone through the same thing facing Slutty.
30-26, my man. But Horrible Humans got the ball. At a return for a decent game. First down. Chris gets blitzed by Brown. Blocked by James. Chris rolls left. Throws to Chris in the gap. Picked off by Wesley. In the game. Wyman with the win. 30-26.
One thing I'm troubled with this play is first down and you take a risk here. It seems like he didn't expect the blitz to come, and then he was rolling out and he just takes a chance throwing it to his most consistent receiver for him. But if you look downfield, Jaquan is one-on-one with Brandon here. We've seen Brandon get beat by Chris early in the game. So one-on-one with Brandon, with Jaquan, a taller receiver, I like those odds. If you're going to go for something on first down, go for this play. But because Chris was not concentrating on that, he forces it to Chris, Unfortunately, a first down play leads to an interception to end the game.
Talk about both teams real quick. Right now, Harvey Humans are 1-5. But I think they're one of the most dangerous teams in the league. So I don't want to play this team in the first round. They're dangerous. They can score. They scored 26 points this game. Chris has to make big plays. He cannot get stopped there. He got stopped twice. One in the first half, but time was running out. And the second time he got stopped was on this interception. He threw 4 touchdowns. Can't do that. That's going to hurt. That's going to sting for a while. Got to get better on that point. Wyman is in trouble. 4-2. You'll take that. You gave up 26 points to a team that only is 1-5. You got exposed to the ability to get beat by the deep play. They need Ice, Santana, and Jeremy back immediately. Immediately. Because you can attack this team downfield. You can. Brandon's not a defender. Gaka's not the best defender in the world. Sleddy's the top defender, but he can't. When he's worried about more and other people on the field, he gives up plays. Puto has neutralized his game. No sacks, no interceptions. They neutralized him this game. He has to get hungry, especially when Jeremy is out. He has to be the muscle.
But I think that not only that, I think that Buto has been playing a little bit too much offense in these games as well. I think that Corey, because he's short certain guys, he's making use of all the guys that he can, and he's rotating with them. Buto actually is playing blocker as well in this game. So that's another thing. Buto's not going to be his hungry self rushing into the quarterback when he's also working to protect the quarterback. So that's another thing to look at.
On the other side, G showed when he's here, nobody's touching Corbin. You got to send 2. If you send 2, that means somebody's one-on-one, and you can't go one-on-one against Wyman. So they got some positive notes, but they got to get their guys back. 2 from injury, 1 from suspension, and Rico has to be here. Yeah. They need Rico. You know, I know they're worrying about the playoffs, but we seen them do this last year, and they lost. Yeah. You got to be present. Your quarterback's having a good season, through no interceptions this game, through 4 touchdown passes. He's playing great. They have to be prepared because teams are not scared of them anymore. And they could have easily went 0-2 for the day. Luckily, they split. Yeah. We're going to have to see what happens. We're going to wrap this game up with YMM coming through with the win, 30-26 over Harvey Humans. We'll be right back. Next game up, Rev City versus the defending undefeated champs right now coming in, ILD.
Well, say it right. The defending champs who are undefeated, because you don't want nobody to think that they
went undefeated last year.
Yeah, so don't convolute the whole terms, everything. They're undefeated now, and they're defending champs. So yes, regardless of what, that is a good look for them this season. I think the only other team that can rival them in their record is Carver Mob. So they are sitting pretty this season.
ILD comes in this game with the number 3 offense in the league. Only team that scored more than them is Carver Mob and YMM. And they come in with the number 2 defense in the league. Now they're down in sacks. Last year they led the league in sacks. Right now they're tied for 6. But at the end of the day, they're number 2 in interceptions, only behind 99. So what they lacked in last year, they improved. Remember, they were the bottom last year in interceptions. And this year, they moved it up. But that was based on a big play guy they signed, which was Chat.
And Chat has been playing lights out on defense. I believe that for the first 4 games he played, he had an interception every single game. He's playing consistent regardless of what. He didn't get an interception in the last game, but he was still big, playing made some defensive plays, and showing that he is a good addition to this team and why they're playing so well in this league.
Ali's playing well, but they've been having guys like Swiss, who's been more of a blocker this year.
Yeah.
we see Akon playing now. But, you know, the two big players, the few players that I said played is, you just said one, Chad. Lou, who we can call the Admiral.
Yeah.
You got to get a guy respect. 2 interceptions last week off of Corey. Call this guy the Admiral. Definitely deserved that respect. But right now, a guy who's doing it great offensively, Brandon, is playing awesome this year. Best we ever seen him play in UFL.
Yes.
We got to talk about Rep City. They play Rep City. This team is struggling. They come in 9th in offense. And defensively, this team is 10th. Not looking good. Definitely not what we thought they were going to be. They're in 10th in interceptions, and they're in 6th in sacks. A little better, but 10th in interceptions. Their lack of defense is what's hurting them. And offensively, Izzy's not consistent enough, and that's why the team's struggling.
And not necessarily just on the field, but in attendance as a whole, because like I mentioned before, it's going to be a struggle for Izzy to be here every game. So they're going to have somebody like Tess take over. And I don't think that they've been able to keep a consistent like vibe together with Tess at quarterback. A lot of guys are not playing as well as they usually do in the former season.
Izzy only played 2 games. This is their 6th game. Izzy only played 2.
And the numbers show. You said that they're 9th and 10th overall on offense and defense. That is a big drop on this team. One thing I could say is they will not want to be the top in the league in record or whatever since their 7-1 season, but they always competed in either in offense or in defense. They're not doing that in either in this season, and maybe the reason why is because of the lack of play on both sides right now.
Well, we're going to jump right into the game. Third down, a blocker from Hummer. Adi throws to the Admiral. Open on the sideline for a nice game, picking up the first down. Next play, Adi throws deep to Brandon. Open in the middle for the touchdown. 6-0 IOD. If you look here, the safety does not pick him up in time, and Adi's too bad to miss it. He's still a bad man. Finds Brandon, who's also bad. 7 touchdowns this season.
And this man is not looking to slow down no matter what team he faces here. This one thing about Brandon, he knows how to get open in the gaps, get open downfield. Wherever you put him in the slots, on the flank, it doesn't matter. He finds a way to get downfield or get open, and Adi's always going to find him there.
Rep City gets a great gain on field position on the throw-off. Second down, Test is blitzed by Brandon. Blocked by B-Dot. Test throws the deep ball on the sideline, who runs it to the 7-yard line. Third down, Test throws to the receiver in the gap. Picked off by Akon. If you look here, Meachin-Rowe is wide open. And Akon's a guy that say he don't have it no more. He's focused on quarterbacking. He can make plays. And what's the first thing he does when he has opportunity? He makes a play. This is why IOD need him back. Great play by Akon.
And Akon, we already know, is a certified A player in his own right.
And he's a killer.
Yes, this man can play on both sides of the field. Regardless of where he's playing, he is a playmaker. So let's not sleep on him thinking that he's a quarterback, and because of that, he's not going to play on a high level. The thing about this is, Test, when he is under pressure, he had tunnel vision when he's under pressure. He throws it to either one person or forces it up. Like I've been saying all season, he is a deer in headlights under pressure, and because of that, he misses 2 receivers downfield.
After getting the first down, Adi throws the buck open in the gap for a nice gain. Second down, we're blocking from Slasher. Adi throws deep to Brandon in the back of the end zone, caught but out of bounds, incomplete. Last down, Adi will block it from Slasher, throws the Chad in the front of the end zone, tipped by Steve-O, incomplete, turnover on downs. Big stop by Rep City. They're able to slow down this attack.
Even though they weren't able to make anything happen that last drive, they're able to come together on defense and make a big play. Steve-O there being at the right place at the right time, making a good play to force them to turn over the ball, to make them turn over the ball. That's the way for them to pick up and get in their defense to make a big stop. Second
down, Test with blocker from B-Dot. Throws deep to Meach in the middle for a big game. First down. If we look here, Eddie gets beat in the middle, but Rep City curses. First of all, you made a great play by Meach. Meach has been playing a lot better than he did in the beginning. Test finally able to find a player for a big play. They curse and it moves them back. Terrible penalty.
I mean, one thing that you said in the last game when they lost, they need to be I think you said shut up and play. I think those are the actual words that you used.
Yep.
I think that because they have a habit of opening their mouth at the wrong time, that's what can kill drives like this, and they make a big play and take away from it.
Test on 4 rush, throws a Beatsky on the sideline. That's going to be dropped. Second down, Test on 4 rush, gets flagged for intentional grounding, lost it down. Definitely try to get away from a sack. Do a bad pass by him, you're going to lose yards. Third down, Test is blitzed by Gotti. Gotti gets through B-Dot for the sack. Rep City has to punt. B-Dot prides himself on being able to protect Test. He doesn't here. He needs to give whatever money back that they gave him today, because he lets Gotti go right through him and get the sack.
And the thing about it is, it's not that, oh, he wasn't prepared for the blitz. He knew it was coming. He saw it here, but he puts himself in the wrong position. And again, if you're a blocker, you got to communicate with your quarterback. So even though you're leading the defender a certain way, the quarterback can roll and keep himself safe. They don't do any of that, and because of that, Tess is left there by himself. By the time Adi makes a move through B-Dot, that's an easy sack there.
ILD's not going to be able to do that, and they're going to have to punt. Rep City gets the ball back. Third down, Tess is blitzed by Gotti, who pitches it to B-Dot for a short gain. B-Dot misses the blitz. Rep City has to punt. I don't know what's on B-Dot's mind. You know what I mean? Maybe it's B-Dud, because he seems like a dud right now, because he's not blocking the way we've seen him block in the past. Another time they're going to have to punt.
And this is 2 drives in a row where B-Dot missed a big play on this one. This one right here, he doesn't even see the blitz. Before, he was prepared, and he just got by him. This one, he doesn't even see the blitz coming. That's your job as a blocker, to know where the blitz is coming from. He doesn't see it, and it causes Tess to not be able to make anything happen, and they force him to punt.
Adi throws a Brandon in the gap, who runs in the middle for a nice gain. Second down, Adi throws the Lou on the sideline, picked off by Rel. Rep City gets the ball back, and like I told you, for this team to win, Rel has to beat LeBron James. He has to be able to dominate on both sides of the field. He's already labeled an A player. He has to make these plays. Great pick by him, getting the bad man. Great play. Tess gets the ball back. He gets blitzed by Gotti. Tess throws deep to Rel, who has a step on Chad, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. 6-6, they tie it right back.
And right after getting an interception on defense, he's able to beat a defender downfield.
LeBron James.
And that's exactly how, you've been saying it, that's exactly how he's playing right now. Making a big play on defense, and then beating his defender on offense. And Chad, of all people, that
one of their best defenders. Yep.
So he catches him sleeping. Rel, regardless of what height he has, he is fast for his size, and he's beat a lot of defenders like this. Chad is yet another one that he beats for the touchdown.
Adi on second down throws deep to PJ on the sideline. Ball dies, picked off by Rel, taking us into the half. 6-6, game is tied.
And this is, like you said, what Rep City needs. Rel, like you said, has to be LeBron James of this team. He has to be lights out on both sides of the field. I don't know how much of this he can do throughout, but Tess has to find him on offense. Don't force plays, but orchestrate plays to get Rel open. They got to do that. That's the only thing that's holding them back at this point. Maybe then they could get everybody else involved in the game. But Rel, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. You need more of that in the second half.
You know, I always call Adi the bad man. Because he's a bad man. He just played bad. He just looked bad. I don't know who this guy is. This is an imposter. Do me a favor. Whoever clone you brought to the field, get him out of here, because this is not the bad man. This is not the guy that won a title for this team last year playing in the first half. He telegraphed his passes. He was inaccurate on a few of them. And other than the first drive, he did not score the other 4 times he touched the ball. He had the ball 5 times in the first half and only scored once. He got stopped, he punted, and he threw 2 interceptions back-to-back, both to the same guy. This is their team. The only one that's missing is Swiss. He's here. He's just not playing.
Yeah.
They miss him. They miss his leadership when he's not playing. He tried to help from the sideline, not the same. And it looked like the bad man with Swiss on the sideline played a little erratic. Threw picks that he does not usually throw. Defensively, we're doing what we got to do. Tess is not a great quarterback. But we cannot allow Rel to beat us. Let anybody else on this field beat us but Rel.
But remember, that's exactly who was killing them in that Final Four game last year.
That's why we got to take him out. Shut him down. We're going to jump into the second half. After getting the first down, Tess on 4 rush just gets past Akon, but it's sacked by the Admiral. This is pressure. You cannot allow Tess to feel pressure, or he's going to take sacks, he's going to throw picks. These are some mistakes we're making. Second down, Tess throws to Meach in the middle, passes off target, picked off by Gotti, passes behind Meach. This is a terrible pass by Tess, turning over the ball.
And the thing about it is Meach had had some space running across the field. That was just a pass that was not accurate at all. Throws it behind him as he's cutting to the left side of the field. Because of that, Meach has to reach behind him. Gotti's in the right position, and Gotti gets the interception. Gotti doing whatever he has to on defense, getting a sack early in the game and not having an interception, putting his offense back on the field.
Adi with a pass to slash in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Second down, Adi throws to Buck in the gap. Buck not looking, picked off by Ream. Rep City get the ball back. Ream's first interception of the season. Great play by Rep City. Adi's third interception. Great defense.
And at this point, it seems like these quarterbacks are competing to throw interceptions with each other. They're out interceptioning it, throwing interceptions. Like, is this a contest to see who can throw worse? That's what it looks like. Because now you're throwing interceptions to Ream of all people. One thing I can say is every time I see Ream play, every now and then he drops an interception.
Yes.
He never is able to hold it. This is probably one of the first ones we've ever seen him hold for an interception.
Versus the top quarterback.
Yes, they're celebrating here, but it doesn't matter if they're not able to put up points. Tess has to make something happen at this point.
Third and long, Tess gets blitzed by Gotti, who's blocked by B-Dot. Tess rolls left and throws a Meach in the gap. Meach jumps but can't hold on to it. Incomplete. Rep City has to punt. Meach has to hold his ball. Meach has to hold his ball. This is a first down if he can hold his ball. And he doesn't. Big mistake by him. That's going to hurt.
And I'm going to say this, though. Fair is fair, though. This is a hard catch to make because it was around 2 or 3 defenders in that play. But I've seen Meach make plays like this before. So this should be bread and butter for him at this point. He is a veteran player. You know, an award winner in the league. This person, he has to make plays. We've seen Rel make plays. Meach has to step up. He hasn't really been doing that in this game.
Adi throws the Admiral in the middle for a decent game. He collides with Rel and gets hurt on the play, but he will have to lead the game. What do you think of the injury?
I think that this was just a play that happens when the defender's coming to make a play or whatever. It looked like he got a knee to the side as he made the catch there. So, you know, he gets hurt. He's on the floor, but I think that he'd be okay.
Did you get the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, we talked to him at the end, and he's okay.
Yeah.
He showed a picture of himself. But let's listen to this. What type of scream is that?
You're a cool man.
No, I just want to know the scream. The scream. That's different. That's different. But I got something I want to do with that screen. We're gonna keep going. He gets hurt, but he's gonna be okay. He takes a picture of himself. I will show the picture. He took a big bruise, definitely. But he said he was okay. We're gonna jump right back into the game. Second down, we're blocking from Gotti. Adi throws the Buck in the gap for a decent game. Third down, Adi throws a Brand in the middle to get him to the 3-yard line. If you look here, Meach is playing too deep, trying not to get beat, and Adi beats him underneath. Fourth and goal, Adi throws a Buck, cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look at Steve-O gets caught in a cut outside. Buck gets the 2-point conversion also. 14-6, IOD.
And now you're getting Buck into this game. Buck is one of their main offensive players.
All-star last year.
All-star last year. He hasn't really been showing up on the field. He's been here, but he hasn't really been a go-to guy so far this season. But now, this late in the season, you're getting Buck's engine going. Now you're putting yourself into more trouble than it's worth because now you have another weapon putting up points on you.
Tess throws a Cello open on the sideline who runs for a nice game, getting him the first down. Third down, Tess gets blitzed by Gotti, scrambles and throws deep in the end zone, incomplete. If you look here, Cello is wide open. Tess missed him. Last down, Tess throws it up, incomplete. Turnover on downs, they give it back to IOD.
And Tess, listen, I don't know what it is because he doesn't feel safe in the pocket. He throws things, he throws passes looking like he's in panic, but this does not work. You got to make Tess feel comfortable in the pocket. B-Dot, probably one of the better blockers in the league, not looking consistent today, and because of that, Tess is looking erratic on the field, running all over the place like somebody's out to murder this man on the field.
Second down, Adi on 4 rush, gets past B-Dot, runs in the gap for a decent game. Last down, after the clock running, Adi throws short to Buck, who steps over but then steps back. Gets tagged before the first down, turnover and downs. What do you think of the play on Buck?
I don't even think that Buck knew that it was 4th down. I think that he was running or whatever. I'm not trying to get the first down.
Didn't try to get the first. Was the call right?
Yes, it was called right. They were arguing, saying that, oh, Buck got pushed over the line that he already passed. No. If you look, Buck literally walked back off of the line, and then they tag him. So that's him giving up the turnover because that was an easy first down right there.
And that would end the game.
Yes.
And you got to give him the Bonehead University.
Yes.
Definitely Bonehead University. That would end the game. Remember, it's 14-6.
Yes.
They're chasing 8.
Yes.
Second down, Tess on 4 rush, runs to the silent 4. Decent game. Rel was open. Rel was one-on-one deep. You got to take that shot. He doesn't.
And this could have made a big difference in this game. Rel, their best player in this game. You throw him the ball.
Yeah.
At this point, what do you have to lose?
Word.
What's gonna happen if you don't? You throw an interception, that's game over anyway. So you take this risk. Why? Because what? You're gonna wait for 4th down and throw it up with all the defenders there? He's one-on-one. You throw him the ball. He doesn't. That's a missed opportunity there.
Last play of the game, Tess throws it up incomplete. Ending the game, ILD comes away with the win, 14-6 over Rep City.
The thing that's disappointing to me when I watch this Rep City team is they still have talent on this team. Tess showed an inkling of possibility at quarterback. I've been hearing that he's been playing very well in the BQFL, but the UFL is a different animal entirely. So you have the odds stacked against you when you're playing here. Tess has to feel comfortable in the pocket. And I've been noticing when Tess is not comfortable in the pocket, when he's under pressure, he plays his worst out there. When he's protected, he makes some big throws happen. That throw to Rel for the touchdown early in the game was because B-Dot had a good block giving him protection. You give him protection, Tess is able to perform well. You don't, and you make him nervous in the pocket, it ends up leading to interceptions and turnovers.
Talk a little bit. We're going to go to the interview. We got Adi for the interview. We're going to talk to him. We're going to be right back. What's going on? Stevie J here with Adi, quarterback of IOD, coming away with a close victory, 14-6. You didn't have your best game today.
Not at all.
3 interceptions. What happened today with you offensively?
Just made some bad throws. One receiver just ran out the way and threw the pick. The other 2 were my fault, actually. But I take the blame anyway.
Defense looked great. You looked squatted up today, and Swiss was here and didn't even play.
Yeah.
We saw Buck here. Akon finally played this season. He's been here, but he's been in the sideline. What's that say about your team when everybody's here?
We got a full deep team. You know, everybody contributes. Whoever's here is going to step up. No matter if we got 6 or 10 players, everybody's going to step up, no matter who's here.
We didn't hear a lot of people talking about y'all this season. You are defending champions, and you beat the highest scoring offense last year in the chip. Why does everybody seem like you're sleeping on your team?
I mean, we don't talk ourselves. We are talking on the field. Like, we don't come out here and start doing rah-rahs or do a lot of Instagram posts and stuff like that. We just come out here and play. We don't care who's talking to us or not. We're gonna be there when it counts.
Last year, we saw 99 get to #1 seed. They got a bye. They lost coming off the bye. Right now, y'all locked to be the #1 seed and get a bye in the first round. How important is it that for y'all to get that extra week off?
Oh, it's very important. You know, a few guys playing different leagues, they need that rest. You know, and then it'll give us time to look to see who we're gonna play against and prepare for them.
We're gonna thank Heidi for being here with us. This team is still undefeated, still unbeaten. They're not talked about. They don't care. They're just worried about that title. We're gonna see you on the site. 14-6. ILD. They showed some chinks in the armor, but their best player wasn't playing. So we're gonna, you can't really say much because Swiss was not playing.
True.
He was there,
Yeah.
but it's not the same.
But you know what it is? I feel like Swiss is there. He wasn't playing. If Swiss knew that his name was called and he was needed, he would be in this game.
Right.
I believe that he was confident, regardless of what happened, that the team is going to be able to hold. And that's exactly what happened. Only a person that has that much confidence in his team knows that he can do this. Can they do this every single time? I don't think so. So Swiss has to take that in consideration. They do need him on the field eventually. They have a few games left. So Swiss has to show up and make his presence known. Otherwise, this undefeated season that they're having is going to go away real quick.
This was Akon's first game, and he got an interception.
Yeah.
Teams are in trouble with this IOD team. Now, as far as Rep City, they had the ball 8 times. You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
8 times.
And scored once.
They punted 3. They got stopped twice. They threw 2 interceptions, and they scored once.
Yeah.
This team is bad offensively, quarterback-wise. Let me show you some numbers. You know I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
Look at the screen. This team right now, the record that they have right now is 1-5. They're, second to last in the division. Only the Wolves have no wins. But in their 6 games, Izzy threw 2. If you look at his numbers, 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. He scored 20 points in those 2 games. Mm-hmm. The team went 1-1. Games that Izzy did not start, didn't play, and they went with either Bisky or Tess, their numbers is 4 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. They scored 24 points, and they're 0-4. Izzy scored 20 points in 2 games. They scored 24 points in 4 games. They need their quarterback.
Yeah, definitely.
Or they need to call it a season. I like Tess's talent. I've seen him play in BQFL. The kid plays great there. Different animal, different rules. They're not going to win with Tess here. I'm just going by the numbers. Now, I would never put anything past Rep City because they eliminated 99, who was a 7-1 team last year in the second round. They were up versus this same IOD team in the final 4. In the second half, they were up a touchdown. So I'm never going to put them out. But right now, without a quarterback named Izzy, you are 0-4. 4 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 24 points combined in 4 games when Izzy gave you 20 in 2. What does that mean?
That means that the whole thing with Tess is not working out. Definitely. I respect him trying to hold his team down, but it's not working. Another thing I got to say is he's not being protected either. B-Dot has not been showing the block of the year season that he's supposed to.
He's been inconsistent. A lot of it, if you look, a lot of it is Tess.
Yes.
He's not rolling the right way, but that's because
they're not communicating.
They do not work together.
Yeah.
B-Dot blocks for Hood. B-Dot blocks for Izzy. Tess is a different type of scrambler.
Yeah.
He rolls different in the pocket. And he is a mover. He doesn't sit in the pocket. He moves when he has to, and it throws B-Dot off, which is why he gives up sacks with him back there. And then Tess holds the ball too long.
Yes. So my thing is, there's a lot of what he does wrong, and he needs to see that. One, he has to find a way to get more comfortable in the pocket. Better quarterbacks have done this. Professional veteran quarterbacks have done this. If he wants to be the quarterback to help them win, he has to fix that. He has to find ways to roll out when he needs to, stay in the pocket, stop being sporadic, stop being scared, stop looking nervous, and perform the way you need to.
If the playoffs is to start right now, they will be playing YMM in the first round. Do you think this team, Tess, is ready to go against Corey?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no debate. Right now, he is not ready to go against Corey one-on-one as quarterback to quarterback. That's 1. 2, he is not ready to face this YMM defense at all.
Because by that time, they should have Santana back. We don't know about Ice. They'll have Jeremy back. Better defense. So he has to figure that out.
And the key to that we're not even mentioning is Buto's going to be coming.
Yeah.
Buto's a quarterback, a defender that knows how to put pressure on whatever quarterback he's coming after. That's a scary sight to see when you're in the pocket.
So we're talking about the top teams, and you got to play a 99 problem to lead the league in interceptions.
Yes. So that's
if you throw the ball
team.
off target, they're picking it off.
Yes.
And you already saw what IOD did to them with their quarterback playing bad. Those are the teams you got to worry about. You're going to face one of those teams.
One of the three.
Those are the top 3 teams right now in the Eastern Conference. You're going to face one of them, and you got to get your things together. If Izzy, you need Izzy here. Because like I said, the man went 3 for 3, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks, but he put up 20 points and won 1-1. You have not won a game with a guy named Izzy starting this year. That's why your record right now is 1-5.
Yeah.
They got to fix it because it's just not working. Like I said before, shut up and play ball. Rel is played this game out of his mind, and he lost. We told this man he needs to step up and be LeBron James. He did it, but they lost.
What else you expect them to do, though?
They got to figure this out. They got to figure this out. Like I said, I'll never put it past them. They eliminated 99 last season. But if we also remember, they got eliminated in the Elite 8 versus Riot Squad a few years back.
Yes.
When they were the number 1 seed. So you got to understand which Rep City you're getting. But this Rep City right now, they couldn't beat a drum. And it's not because of lack of talent.
Here you go with your puns.
They got to get it together. This team is talented, but they got to get it together. Tess needs to watch these games, watch the show, look at his mistakes, seeing what he's missing, and figure it out. Because there's no reason why you're telling me that you're succeeding in the BQFL and not here. And that only shows that the game is too fast for you. Because you got a blitz and it's a 4 count.
Yep.
They got to figure it out. We're going to wrap up the show. Great games. We got some good games coming in this week. I'm gonna show you the screen right now with the games right now. And as you look at the games, Ghost, which one that you see is a game that you are really interested in watching? Which one you think is a big one for you that you want to see?
The game that's going to be interesting, one of the games, because I'm going to mention a few. That Team X versus Carver game, that's a game I want to see this coming week. Because Team X has been looking good the last 2 games with Steph at quarterback. You know, Tim has been playing out of his mind this season. Whatever position he's been playing out of his mind. But Carver doesn't look like they do no wrong.
If they could win this game, Carver will probably lock up number 1. They have to win this.
But they haven't been looking like they've been doing any wrong. So it's up to Team X to show that they're a legitimate team to fare come the playoffs by beating a team like Carver Mob to show everyone that they mean business.
Right.
So that's one game that I'm interested in seeing. Another game I'm interested in seeing is 99 and UTF. I'm interested in that game because as much talent as UTF has, they haven't been able to show the peak of their talent. But is this the game that they'll be able to show up that talent, even though they're facing against one of the best secondaries on paper with 99?
And remember, Ramsey struggled against 99 the year that they was in the Final Four when 99 went to the chip.
Yes.
Ramsey did not score. The league MVP did not have a catch.
Yes.
So and they added Herbie, Twan, Ja, Rubio. This team is even better than when he faced them before. Don't get me wrong, UTF, JP, you know, they got they have Akon. I'm sorry, they got JP, they have Ak, you know, they got Pig, they got some players. They got Trey, who's been playing great.
They have
defensively.
Prodigy, who's been playing well on offense.
But the bottom line is gonna come to if Ramsey can score versus them. The game I want to see personally is grind time, never scared. Because right now, these teams are tied for second place in the division. You can lock up, if let's say Carver wins the number 1 seed. If you can lock the number 2, you get 2 things. 1, you get a bye in the first round. 2, you won't face Carver until the Final Four.
Yeah.
Everybody should be trying to get that number 2 seed. That is a big game that I would like to see.
And again, that's gonna be a slugfest because again, the way you mention it, I'm sure they already know they want to fight not to play Carver in the first round.
And you don't care who you play, but why would you
But no,
play him in the first
but
round?
my thing is, it's not even about being a fearful team.
It's about being smart.
It's about being smart and about knowing what momentum you want to have in the playoffs. You don't want to play the best team in the league in the first round.
I agree.
You want to lead into playing them. You want to get momentum playing a few teams and then maybe face them in the Final Four or something. Then you have the opportunity to use your momentum against them.
Yep.
You know, then you have a better game plan in the playoffs. So
I agree. Good call.
I think that's a big difference between being fearful of a team and knowing when you want to face them.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Great show. Next week we'll have the award categories. We'll have the guys up there for the awards.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody know. I think it's 2 weeks left. Different teams got different games. Make sure your exempt player plays the games. Remember, the exempt player does not need to have played the first few games. I think you have to play in the West 2 games, in the East 3 because there's less games in the West than in the East because there's one less team. So make sure your exempt players make it here. You have to let the league know who's your exempt player if we can make sure that they made the amount of games. But that's the only thing. So you're only allowed to practically add 1 exempt player.
Yeah.
But you have to be under the A rule if you want to add an A player, you know. But we're not gonna tell. Everybody knows the rules. Everybody know how it is already. It used to be 4, but since the season's short, it got cut.
Yeah.
Before it used to be the first few games after. Now you don't because the other leagues going on. You just have to make a certain amount of games. So just let me know who's the exempt player. Let Tim know. That's the commissioner. I mean, that's the president. He'll definitely needs to know that. But other than that, great season. Going on, we're ending it right now. It's getting close to the end. All-Stars selection is going to be selected soon, and the award winners. So that's going to be interesting to see. I think we're having a great season right now. And everything is still up for grabs. Everything is still up for grabs. We're going to have to see how things go. We're going to wrap this up. On behalf of Ghost, I'm Stephen J. For Real Tough Talk. We're going to see you next week, guys. We out of here.